The time has come to finally go to the World's Fair of 1893. Y'all get your tickets ready. 77, we going on a trip, y'all. Let's go. I do the same ass beat.
Yeah.
Every time.
Welcome back to
together.
another episode of 77 Flavors. We are, if you're new here, welcome. Every week we dive into a Chicago history piece that we love. Sometimes we don't love. I feel like I said the same thing last time.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, wow. I got to come up with a new intro. But if you are not new here, welcome back. This is part 3 of the World's Columbian Exposition, or the World's Fair of 1893. And if you've skipped episode 1 and 2, go back and listen to them and then come back to this one. It is continuous story. We kind of have broken down different pieces of the fair. Today we're going to the fair.
Yeah.
Before we get into it, make sure you're following us on all socials at 77 Flavors Shy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our YouTube is down for the moment, but it might come back.
Yeah.
So go ahead, subscribe.
It's down until
it's down, i.e. Dario's tired.
Yeah. Hey, we've been going.
We're looking for an editor.
Man,
okay?
Look, that'll help.
We are ready to hire an editor.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think we're ready for that. That's our next step. So if you are an editor of long form videos, you know,
holler. Let's work something out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And our Instagram has also been seeing kind of a series while we do this of. Last week posted 5 videos about the World's Fair.
That's our old ways.
Yeah, and we're outside. We're in Jackson Park. It was so much fun. So fun that I got sick.
And then
Dario got sick.
Because she passed it to me. And then,
so I'm feeling much better. I feel like I still sound a little congested.
A little bit.
But I'm feeling 100% better.
Me, I'm just tired.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I need a rest day.
And you know what? The reason why I'm tired, being sick tires you out.
Yeah.
Right? But man, look, I had a wedding.
Dario shot a wedding.
My goodness.
The pictures look amazing.
Yeah,
Congratulations to
Bryce and Erica.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
that's a lot of work.
Man, look, and I haven't done a wedding in only about a year. It was about,
because you're not really a wedding photographer.
The first early years,
you did a ton.
I did a lot, and then I kind of stepped away, did the fashion photography, shooting like that.
You do a lot of like, you know, like corporate, a lot of like individual people photos, you know, like family pictures, that kind of stuff.
I will say I like going back to a wedding.
But you like smaller weddings, you know?
No, I don't think the size matters. I like a big wedding because like I like,
it's
you know,
scary
I like
to me.
Yeah, it is scary. But, you know, all of it is scary to me. It's equally scary either way. I think just picturesque wise, you know, the more grand you can get it. Yeah. But, you know, size of the party don't matter really. But I did have I got my joy back. I think it's just because this party, they were cool people. It was a year building up.
You guys have been talking for a while.
A year.
This, yeah.
Literally a year. They booked me April, May. Did the engagement shoot for him. And then, now it culminated in this. So
So that's Dario's reason for being tired and not doing our YouTube videos. But it's okay because he doesn't need to. He does everything
Somebody
else.
out there like, boy, that's one wedding day, bro. You down 2 weeks.
Listen, he has like 55 jobs.
Man, look, for real, y'all.
He has a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
But I also couldn't participate in a lot of the fun things that we did this week.
You missed out some good stuff.
I did miss out some really fun things. One of them is breaking my heart, but Dario got to go to a Sox game with Mickey.
Man.
And if you've listened to that episode with Mickey Norton, she is, one of the part owners of the Sox and the first woman on the CME floor.
Mm-hmm.
And she invited us to a game. And I was dying to go, but I was like, I can't make her sick. It's so selfish. I can't be outside.
Man.
So I stayed home.
Y'all, Sarah be getting sick at the
worst
times.
Oh my God. Last time, what was it that I got sick?
I don't know, but it was like right before we had another thing to do. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
it's like,
I get sick once in the summer and once in the winter.
Shit.
And they just happen to be and it's not even like a flu or anything. I just had a cold. Like I just had a head cold.
Yeah.
And so you can't nothing really like.
You know what we need to do?
You can't take medicine for it.
You know what we need to do? Mm-hmm. Every time we see something on the calendar, mark off, make sure you stay your ass inside the house.
Yeah.
So we don't get sick. So you don't get sick.
Well, it's just like if you're sick, don't go outside, so I don't get sick.
Yeah, right. You used to keep passing the bug down, like
I stayed in the house while I was sick, so I wouldn't make anyone sick. I was at home from Monday to Friday.
Yeah, y'all tripping, get me sick.
Yeah, because I don't like being sick, and I hate it. It's like I hate it so much.
Yeah, I know. Because that game was good. So I was with.
Oh, was it?
It was good. Yeah, well, them seats was ridiculous, boy. So it's crazy because we was with Mickey. We were like what 3? I want to say 3-4 rows from I
home
don't
field.
Know. Yeah. No, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember. It was. We was right there basically. Yeah. So, but what's cool is that's my first time experiencing that. Mickey got a book coming out in June, and I was there with her editors and the publishers. So insane. Yeah, that was cool. She kind of treated us all together, and you probably like, well, why were you there with them? You stay tuned. Stay tuned to see why I was there with Mickey. But the book comes out on June 8th, according to what they were saying. I don't know, bearing any delays or anything. I don't think so. But I saw the proof, y'all. Yeah. I saw the proof of the book. It's fantastic. Yeah, that's all I say right now. Yeah. But yeah, that was fun.
And then immediately the next day, he also got to go on a cool thing.
Man.
It was
back days.
It's the 95th birthday of the 90th birthday of the fire boat that goes on the river and the lake, and it's now a museum, so anyone can go to it. Man. You can go take a museum tour.
Fantastic stuff.
Or just a tour, either one.
I think you get on it. Yeah,
you could definitely get on it. And they do tours, and then so Dario got to take a tour of that because they invited a bunch of people to kind of preview and celebrate the birthday. It's one of the boats that does the fireworks. I think Memorial Day they do fireworks.
What it is, they don't do the fireworks. They take you on the lake while the fireworks are going.
Gotcha.
That's what it is. Because I was wondering too. I was like, the boat is small, so I pulled up to it and I'm thinking, where do the fireworks shoot from off of this thing?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they take you out there. The cool thing about the tour that we did was that we went down so they dock right next to the lock in the harbor right there by Lakeshore Drive. Typically, that's where they stay, right? But for this tour, they took us down kind of like a skyline tour type thing, and then through the lock, which my first time going through the lock.
You know what's funny? So yesterday I hung out with my friend Maria, and she was also on the tour, and she goes, I can't believe Dario's never done an architecture tour. And I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
And I was like, yeah, he has. And she goes, he said it was his first time. And I was I was like, no, I think you misheard. Because what he told me when he came home it was his first time taking a tour like this, and specifically stopping in like one
the
part.
Lock. Yeah, going to the lock.
And I was like, then I was like, I've been pictures of us.
You've been on
the architecture tour. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. I don't know. She misunderstood it, but yeah, that was the first time going through the lock, and so they took us for this tour up the main branch to the north branch, and then came back around, did the south branch, and then finished up the tour
Which
that
is
way.
kind of how like the architecture tour goes too.
It is like how the architecture tour. The reason why I'm bringing it up is it's not typical of their tours.
Oh, gotcha.
So their tour doesn't do the like slight skyline shoot that they did. They kind of like make a beeline straight through the main branch, go up to the North Kinsey, and then turn around and then come back. No south branch. So for us, we got a little bit of a preview. I will say the owners fantastic of the boat. The guy giving the tour, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
Funny, and he knows the stuff. It was cool because like he was talking some stuff that I hadn't heard on any other boat tours, and I don't know, I haven't heard that, so it was kind of cool to be like, oh wow, this is fun to hear history like this. So yeah, it was. I mean, chilly. It was chilly.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go.
Yeah, you would have had to be up in the ER because it was cold out there at one point, but. Yeah, that was fun. Those are two things. This is great back-to-back days.
Yeah,
great back-to-back days, and then the wedding that I had, which was I did have a low-key lit week.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we?
All right, so we are going to the fair today, and the way we are doing this is I have put together an itinerary, a 2-day itinerary for the fair, which is arguably extremely short. I was reading a newspaper article from the Tribune that was saying this like very rich British man that had lived in India for the last 35 years, and part of what he does is he goes to every World's Fair. He was saying that he came early before his family, and he sent a telegraph back to his family telling them, you should start heading over and be prepared to be here for at least till October.
Yeah,
he said it would take 3 months to get through the entire fair.
I mean, the business were large. The grounds were large.
The buildings were huge.
You know what you gotta think too? Not only was everything so massive, and it was the first time you see all this kind of opulent like this. It was probably crazy, but you probably was meeting people, kicking it, actually partying.
Parties.
I mean, like...
And think of everything that was happening outside of the fair as a celebration for it. You know what I mean? Like, I think of like when Lala happens, right? There's like 1 million parties that are happening around the city that are like, if you're broken, you can't go to Lala, come here. You know what I mean? Like,
and you know they was rubbing it in talking about like, you ain't here? Oh my God.
Yeah.
27 million people. At the time, Chicago only had 1 million?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I picked a specific day that we're going to go, only because there's something happening at the Women's Building that I really wanted to see on that day. Okay. So we're going on July 4th of 1893.
Damn.
It's a party.
Day. Big day.
It's a big day.
Yeah.
Okay. Reminder, these are not my views. This is just what happened on that day and how people celebrated in 1893. It is called the Columbian Exposition for a reason.
Right. I mean, they celebrate 400 years of...
It was very...
quote unquote, discovering America.
Yeah. It was very America forward. So, and I picked the most America forward day for some reason. Well, I'll get to it.
Makes sense, yeah.
But, you know, as we're planning for this, obviously we're living maybe not in the city. We're living somewhere else. I kind of wanted to give us that option. Let's say we're coming from Wisconsin, okay? All right.
Why we not in Chicago?
Just because I wanted to give the idea of like how the hotel works, how the travel works, all that stuff. So we don't live in the city. Maybe we're not that far. Maybe we're not in Wisconsin. Maybe we're in we're in Western Illinois. Okay. We're in Rockford. All right. How about that?
Might as well be.
Naperville? I don't know.
Yeah.
So well before we arrive, we're going to call the Bureau of Public Comfort. Now, this Bureau of Public Comfort had its own building at the fair, but you could reach out to them ahead of time, and they will help you with anything possibly that you would need to make sure anything. And when I say anything, if you want a hotel, if you want to rent a driver, if you want whatever it is that you need, they can help you get it, basically. Yep. It was like the customer service of all customer service. So, I contacted the Bureau of Public Comfort, and they're located in Jackson Park. Asked for some hotel suggestions. The average cost of a hotel is between $2 and $4 a day, and so I can only afford 2 days. All right,
$2 or $4 a day.
$2 to $4, depending on the location. Are you staying on the fairground?
You got $16? Stay there 4 days?
No, 2 days max. Well, because the fair is expensive. We'll get into it. Everything you do is like 25 cents here to 50 cents there. It adds up.
Yeah, you are. You do four things. That's $1 for the most part.
A lot. My monthly income is $40. All right. So we've been saving for a while to get here. All right. At best, maybe $45 a month, really, if we're like middle class, I think. We're not making a lot of money. We're just a middle class family, all right?
Porter.
Yeah, basically.
Pullman got the money.
Pullman's there for months.
Yeah, he did.
But one thing that we are going to take advantage of is the baggage agents. So what happens is when you arrive into the city, even before you get to your train depot, an agent comes up to you and they go, "Do you want us to take your bags to the hotel?" And you're like, "Fuck it, I've been saving for months."
I wonder if people have seen this before. If this was one of the first times you've seen.
I feel like it must be like something that was already happening
to rich people.
For rich people. It costs 50 cents for someone to come take your bags to the hotel, and it costs for them to transport them, but also 25 cents per bag.
So they wanted you to get off the train or your transport and just start going. Just going, hit the ground.
Correct. You don't even have to check into the hotel. They could just take your bags and be like,
go. And then you pull back up.
Mr. Durham's bags.
Scummy later on in the day. Just tipsy.
So we're going to get off the train and we're going to walk over to Van Buren. Okay.
Okay.
Because that's the funnest way to get to the park.
Ah, okay. That the funnest way?
I mean,
I would agree with you.
Tell us some different ways, but I think I'm going to pick that one.
So I'm going to leave Sarah's way to the end. So there were several different ways to get to the train station, right? I mean, to the fairgrounds. I'll list them all. Matter of fact, I want to cite my source here because this is a really cool book and a very historic location too. This was a book by Stuart C. Wade and Walter S. Wren. Worm. Yeah, Wren. Wrenn. And they worked for Rand McNally and company, and that was the map making company. So they worked for them, and I'm sure provided the maps on the fairgrounds. So just to preface that, this is what they did was they made a book that was a legit book of actual feet to ground, a year and a half, 16 months before the fair opened, of them moving around, telling you things that they know is about to happen and where you should go. And in the book, it's really interesting. They were like, in the foreword, in the preface, they were like, hey, there's other books out there telling you what to do. This the real book right here.
You know what's funny is I read a total of 3 entire guidebooks. Okay.
Yeah.
Every single guidebook said, this is the real guidebook.
Yeah.
Anything else is not telling you the truth. And they're all published by and here's the thing, fun thing. One of the links I'm going to put in the show notes is a link to a website that has compiled all of these guidebooks. So you can click into them and see the digital guidebook, the scan of it. And it's just so interesting.
Yeah.
They're all like, we got the one.
This one, I'm going to believe this book. I'm going to believe this book because, I don't know, the energy they had. But anyway, back to the transportation. First way, Illinois Central Railway. And the fare was 5 cents, and it stopped at the Midway Plaisance at 63rd Street. So you can, if you've been down there, get off.
You're kind of on the southern end of.
Yeah.
No, halfway. You're in the midwest of the fair.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Because the top, the northwest entrance is 57th, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
The next one was the elevated railway, and that reached Jackson Park in 35 minutes from downtown station.
That's crazy.
And it
that's not even an option now.
Yeah, no. That's the location was at Congress near the auditorium. So if you're familiar with that area, that's right where the train is right now. And that fare was also 5 cents and ended near the transportation annex. Now the transportation annex was kind of like the docking, not the big building you got off at.
Right.
When you took transportation. An annex. I'm gonna skip over Sarah's real quick. Keep on going. The cable railway, it was 2 lines. So that one was more south side. Cottage Grove, Southern Wabash and Cottage Grove, and then stopped at South Park Station, 2 blocks from 57th entrance. State Street cars took the State Street Railway. They took you south on State Street to 61st with a transfer to the Electric Line running east within 1 block of 60th Street entrance. Both fares, 5 cents. And then you had the Tally Ho coach and carriage enter at the 56th Street and Cornell, and then railway train cars. Now, Sarah's option, by far.
The most expensive.
But
the most fun.
Best one.
It's fun. We've been saving.
Dropped you off at the, man, look, here's what it was the Steamboat Line, and they consisted of 5 fine vessels, okay? Mm-hmm. The boats left Van Buren, and the wharf there, which we had a wharf there at Van Buren. Yeah, it's crazy. And then it left every 10 minutes. So you was just, every 10 minutes you just wait. Kind of like when we went to, which just wasn't 10 minutes. It was probably like 30 minutes each time. When we were on Lake Como, we had to get on the ferry. This guy's exactly what I was thinking when I did this. And then it ended at the Columbian Exposition on the pier by the manufacturing building, and the round trips. Now, here's the thing. Round trips cost 25 cents. And it's a little steep, but that's a round trip though.
Yeah.
You save 5 cents though.
I mean, at this point, we've spent $8 on 2 nights of hotel, 50 cents to get our bags. $1 to get our bags to the hotel. 25 cents each. Yeah. We each have a bag. 50. So now we're at $9. and we're about to spend another 50 cents on transport. We're already $9.50, and we haven't even made it inside.
That's round trip though. So like, because single tickets was 15 cents, which had to be a weird thing if you just want to flex. They probably didn't sell a lot of those.
We'll take the steamboat there, and then we'll take the train back.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. Look,
I'm taking the steamboat.
They knew people weren't doing that option. But now here's the entrances before we get back to what we're doing here. So when you arrived at one of many locations.
I think
right?
It's like you can enter from.
Well, it depends on what your train station.
Yeah.
It depends on what mode of transportation you took. So the main on-foot entrances were north, Cornell, west, 57th, 60th, 62nd, 64th, and 65th. South was the southwest corner of Palmer Avenue. The Midway Plaisance, Madison, Woodlawn, Oglesby, Cottage Grove. Railway entrances were the terminal station and then the elevator station. And then, of course, the steamboat was the main pier. Tickets, the ticket price. Now, this is what Sarah talking about. 50 cents a head for the tickets to enter the fair. Kids were 10 cents. Well, kids under 10 were 25 cents. That's still, man, look, that's crazy.
That's still a decent amount.
Yeah, it is. That's a decent amount. So,
but there's an age where it was free, under 6. Is it?
I
think under 6 was free or something like that.
Maybe.
From 6 to 10, you're, almost an adult.
Yeah.
But it's funny that they're like children under 10.
Yeah.
I guess after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so 50 cents. Now, the admission to the fair, the 50 cents, included everything except for the Eskimo village and the cliff dwellers. Those are 2 exhibits that we're going to talk about in a little bit. Okay, now my headphones are too low.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry.
What's going on?
All right, there we go. Because one thing that we're going to have to keep in mind, which we're doing on day 2, is that the Midway Plaisance is not part of the World's Fair entrance. Right?
Some of them separate.
No, none of them actually.
None of them. You have to pay for everything that you see in Midway Plaisance separate, and we're gonna get into that. I had to pick a few. Oh, you mean the tickets?
Yeah.
The tickets.
None of the pricing is included. Within the fairgrounds, like the main fairgrounds, everything is included in your 50 cents except for the Eskimo Village and the Cliff Dwellers. But outside of the fairgrounds, the Midway Plaisance, none of that ticket doesn't cover anything in there.
Yeah.
And I picked a few restaurants for us throughout the day. I wrote them down as different options that we can eat at. I wrote the most fun ones. Almost every building has like a little cafeteria that you can grab a sandwich and a coffee, which is really convenient if you're like stopping for a quick lunch, especially since we have such a short period of time out here. But the dinners, I thought we could sit and eat at like special restaurants. So in the Anthropology Building, in the west of the Anthropology Building, there's a restaurant called Big Tree Restaurant, which I thought would be really cool. There's a French bakery in the east of the Stock Pavilion, which I'm really excited about checking out because there's so much French stuff at this fair that I want to see, but the French bakery I don't think I've ever had French pastries up until this point. Probably.
Probably not.
Living in the Midwest.
I mean, yeah, right. You ain't been on no
living in
boat
Rockford.
or nothing going on. Yeah.
No.
You ain't get overseas.
There's also
definitely not in Rockford. I'm sorry. Sorry, Rockford. Sorry, Rockford.
I don't think they have French pastries now. No, I'm
got a lot of things.
There's a Japanese tea house, which is a Japanese tea service with cake, with like little Japanese tea cakes, and very exciting.
Okay.
Never had that. And then one thing that I also have never had that I'm really excited to try is shellfish at the New England Clam Bake.
Oh, okay.
So those are some options where we can eat. There's also ways to get around the fair that would be fun other than walking. Walking would be fun. I'm actually kind of really disappointed that the flat, not escalator, what is it called? The thing
moving sidewalk.
Yeah, the moving sidewalk never happened.
Well,
because I mean, it really didn't happen too much.
Well,
what?
I got something for you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to talk about other ways to get around the fair, and then I'll let you tell us about the moving sidewalk, because I thought it wasn't going to be there.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to take you there, shorty.
Can't wait. So one option is the electric boats, which is It does a round trip through the lagoons, all the basins, and North Pond, and it takes about an hour, and it's 50 cents a person, which could be really cool to see everything from to see all the buildings on water.
Yeah.
We can take a half trip from the fisheries to the agriculture building for 25 cents. I'm also really excited about the gondolas. I've never seen a gondola before. And the people driving or, manning the gondolas are actually Italian gondoliers.
So they really brought people from...
They really brought people from Italy.
I don't want to act like I'm surprised. That was the whole point, is the world's Columbian Exposition. Yeah. So
people came from all over the world.
Yes.
That's also 50 cents.
I guess I would be surprised back in those days.
I know.
I'd be like, dang, you really from Italy. Say something.
Say something to me in Italian.
In Italy. Say something in Italy.
That's actually probably really true.
That's probably true.
Yeah. People still behave that way, didn't they?
Still.
There's steam launches from the south end of the South Pond, and it goes all the way around through the lake. So you're not really in the main basin and the pond because it's a steam launch. So it goes around kind of like
the Wooden Creek, the Wooden Island.
No, I think of it like near Lake Michigan and the pier.
So
on
it's
the other end. It's
in
outside of the basin.
In the harbor.
Yeah, it's outside
in the
of
harbor.
the basin. And so on this day, we're going to really spend the time getting familiar with the grounds, going into the main ground buildings. So I'm ready to get into it, but let's hear about the sidewalks.
Yeah. Well, so we get off when you get off the boat, which is wild to say, at the fair, we took the steam line boat, right? So that drops us off at the main pier. And this was basically called, what was this thing called? It was called the Peristyle. So this was, everything is right around here. You got to imagine, if you get dropped off by boat, you got to have some good attractions right away.
Yeah.
And this Peristyle basically was like think of Vegas. The Peristyle was like the little thing that connected two different venues, okay? Connected the music hall. So you pulling up right to music. All right, cool. Music, I'm sure bands, and then there's food. Like Sarah says, food everywhere. But the next thing is the casino that was here.
Yep.
Now, y'all, you probably like, wait, casino? I don't really hear people talk about a casino. Yeah, that's because
there was a casino.
There was a casino, y'all, and it was very nice casino. 3 stories tall. The main Columbian pier is where we are.
Yep.
It was the pier itself was 2,500 feet long.
Insane. 250
feet wide, 13 and a half acres, sitting on 8,000 piles. And piles basically hose it up.
Yeah.
That's what they put in the ground. They were 35 feet long each pile. So you had 8,000 of those holding that thing up. So it wasn't about to fall. And the main attraction was the movable sidewalk. It had a sidewalk that was sliding you down. So if you about to blow your cash, your coins at the casino, you're going to do that shit in style. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going through the peristyle. Now, here's the thing about that peristyle and about the music hall and that whole area. It was designed by C.B. Atwood, who was a Chicago designer, architect. And guess what? Some of the things he did. Well, at the fair, he designed the Fine Arts building, Palace of Fine Arts, so museum science industry.
Right.
But also, he designed the Marshall Field store on State Street. Yeah. And when you think, you're like, wait, no, that was Louis Sullivan. Not Louis Sullivan, Daniel Burnham. Well, he was a student and a peer of Daniel Burnham. So yeah, he created those things.
Wow.
But he made that the casino and the peristyle and the music hall, the place you need to be. Now, Sarah was talking about some of the things that she wanted to check out. Now, that dropped you off at the main building there was the manufacturing building. And before we go anywhere, this was the dedication ceremonies of 1892.
Yep.
This was the building that this was at. Let me tell y'all about this one. So this building was 1,687 feet long.
That's insane.
787 feet wide. I don't need to tell you, but this was the largest building there.
Yeah.
31 and a half feet tall, 313 feet tall, I'm sorry, at its highest point. 17 million pounds of lumber used, 12 million pounds of steel, 2 million pounds of iron, and cost a whopping $1.7 million.
That's wild.
In that time's money. Not today's, in that time's money.
Yeah.
That's the building that you first see when you pull up, aside from,
Yeah.
the main pier, the main Columbian pier.
Wild.
Unreal. Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be like shocking every step of the way.
I mean, crazy.
So here's the thing. There's 13 main buildings throughout the main fairgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I was only able to pick 6 for us to really dive into.
See, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4.
Yeah, I have 6. And we're gonna start bright and early. We're there at 9 a.m.
Got to.
Okay. And I really want to start at the anthropological building.
Okay, what's going on there?
I think it's just really fascinating because we're gonna see things that we've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the case with every building.
Yeah,
if
pretty
being
much.
honest.
Right.
But this one is kind of like you're looking at history.
Okay.
Right. This is the southeast end of the grounds near the forestry and the north pond.
Okay.
Right. So we're at the southeast end. It has multiple exhibits. I only wrote down 8 of the many exhibits. Okay. There's the physical anthropology, which we're going to quickly bypass because it is racist. It talks about the difference between people based on their race, which was definitely a study. I mean, there was a Harvard University was one of the universities that partook in this, not just that exhibit, but like in the anthropology building. And this is a study that people really believed in, obviously.
Wow.
We all know that people thought that people were different because of their race.
Yeah.
But like, so we're going to quickly bypass that. Next is the library.
What is a library?
There's an anthropological, almost every building has a library in it.
Makes
because
sense.
there's the books that relate to that topic. So now you have access to every single book that you could probably see in your lifetime that has to do with anthropology.
Yeah.
And I feel like we could spend quite a bit of time just going through those books.
I mean, hell yeah.
Yeah.
We went to the Anthropology Museum in Mexico City.
And we were there for hours, and half of it was closed.
Yeah. We were there for, 3 hours?
Probably more. And literally half of it was
literally
closed.
was closed.
Because they were reviewing the exhibits and moving them around.
Yeah.
There's an entire exhibit about early America and the indigenous customs versus modern civilization. We can only imagine how that was portrayed.
Man.
It was kind of like a, savage versus civilized. Right. And so that was definitely still a thing. Definitely still, obviously, we're celebrating Columbus. So, like, that is the vibe of the era, right?
That's wild.
There's a bunch of museums inside. Different rooms are turned into different kinds of museums that study, animal anthropology. At that point, I don't think there was like idea of what the dinosaurs were, but
no, I think so.
Okay.
For sure.
I don't know how much of that was there, but there's a ton of museums about like anthropological history.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm not a scientist, so I'm really there just to absorb.
Yeah, right.
I excel in the arts.
All this stuff, wow.
All of this is blowing my mind. And
you're broke. Just for getting on the damn boat. Pulling up to the casino. You had no business being there.
No business being in the casino.
Now,
I've actually never been in a casino.
Now, mind you, keep in mind, me and Sarah are the Sarah and Dario of today
yes.
in those times.
Same energy.
But just lacking the knowledge of the times.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. One really cool exhibit is the foreign exhibit, which is every country. So what's really cool about the fair is that we know we have foreign representation within the fair, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes they have their own buildings, but they were also represented in each one of the buildings. So like in the mines and mining, there was mines and mining from other countries.
Other states too,
Yeah, in the anthropology building, there's anthropology exhibits from other countries. So that was the theme. So like when you're looking through these guidebooks, it might say like, for example, Costa Rica is represented here in the anthropology exhibit. But like, there's no Costa Rica building. But like, you can learn about Costa Rica in like the horticultural, that kind of stuff.
Got to go to the British side of things.
Damn.
Finance.
No, it's Spanish.
Spanish. There we go.
So there was Canada, Mexico, Costa Rica. There was large exhibits from Peru, Bolivia, and Colombia. It was really all of like Central South America was all entirely represented. Obviously Canada because it's just so close, and other countries throughout the world. So people brought their exhibits from their home countries. There was the convent of La Rabida, Rabida, which is the convent where Columbus basically came up with the idea of coming to America and discovering the new. Well, no, he thought he was going to India.
I was about to say,
that's where he mapped his voyage incorrectly, as we all know.
The idiot.
And so they recreated what that building looked like, and you can kind of go in there and mock play Columbus.
Several recreations.
Several
around the grounds.
The next one that was really cool in this we're still inside the anthropology building.
Yeah, we ain't left. I'm tired. I need some to eat.
It's barely 11 a.m. Okay.
Damn.
We have one more stop before lunch. There's the Yucatan ruins.
Ooh, that had to be interesting.
Anthropologists traveled to the Yucatan, took molds of ruins, and came back and used staff to create them in the exhibit.
Wow.
So you can see real life Yucatan ruins recreated.
Wow.
Because you probably might have never traveled there to see it in person if you were a brokey.
Yeah.
There was also Viking ships that were they're 1,000-year-old vessels that were reproduced under the Norwegian government. They supervised the recreation to make sure that it was very accurate. So very excited to see that. We've spent 2 hours at the anthropological building, barely saw any of it, ton of racism. We're going to leave to the art building. Okay.
Which one you going? Where you going?
Art.
Okay. Which art? Is it just the art building?
Just, art.
Just art.
Don't worry about it.
Not the Palace of Fine Arts?
Yeah, Palace of Fine Arts.
Oh, that's okay.
This is
massive.
And a lot of French representation because it was thought that the French made the best art. I think it comes from them being pretentious. I'm not sure. But they really the world believed that the French made the best art. There was a ton of French artists represented here, original art and then art made for the fair.
You got to think too. I think at this point.
And Chicago loves Paris.
Yes. And Paris is coming off of two fairs already. They're coming off 2 fairs. So yeah, they feeling themselves.
They're showing up as like Big Brother.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Big Brother. Let me show you how to do this, little bro.
Yeah. There was a reproduction of one of France's most famous chateaus of the Renaissance. There was the front of the Cathedral of Chartres.
Perfect.
And Berlin also showed the new parliament mock-up of their new parliament building that was in there.
Interesting.
There was sculptures and there were figures. There was marble, models, monument, like every single form of art that you could possibly think of was there. There was Japanese silk painting. There was the American exhibit that was 24,000 square feet alone had 1,075 paintings.
Man.
And we're like 100 years old at this point.
And you know what's crazy? It's like just thinking about like the stuff you mentioned. You mentioned in Berlin, right?
Yeah.
Like they showing off their stuff. You like, ooh, we just decades away from some drama. You know what I mean? Yeah. like, oh my God, like it's great. I wonder what it was like when people was seeing this stuff. You'd be like, oh man,
shocking.
That's a cool place. You know what I mean? Like,
I might go to Berlin.
I might pull up. No,
you're not
bro. No, bro. You don't want to do that just yet.
No.
Yeah.
From there, we're going to walk over to the fisheries building, but we're not going in to see the fish just yet. We're actually going to have lunch at the Marine Cafe because they're serving fish and like other seafood from all over.
I bet you it's slapped.
I want to try some like fried fish.
Man, you think there's fried fish over there?
I think so.
Was they fried fish back in the day?
I mean, I'm sure.
That seems like black people wasn't involved in this process like that.
Black people have been frying food.
But were they there doing it? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, if
we're gonna get to Ida B. Wells, we're gonna get to to it. But like
next week's episode is the day at the fair as a Black person.
Yeah, we go.
So it's gonna be
we gonna lock in because I want to know, was they frying? Man, look,
maybe. I mean, I'm sure they were frying already. Frying was already a cooking technique.
Here's the thing:
everything was gelatinized.
We know it was there. We know we was there.
Fish aspect.
We gonna see.
No, it was, I don't know. Maybe it's just like grilled fish.
Yeah.
Fish sticks. I don't know. It's now 2 p.m. and we're inside the fisheries building. Here's the thing. The thing with making these itineraries for myself, even when we travel, I'm always like, oh, we'll spend like 2 hours here. And then we end up spending like 3 hours at the place. So, maybe we won't get all this stuff done, but Probably I'm really being optimistic. So at 2 p.m., we're going to go into the fisheries building. This is going to blow our mind because we've never seen fish.
Yeah.
We've never seen fish other than food.
Like outside the water.
And barely at food because like fish coming from Lake Michigan all the way to Rockford is probably like still kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Are we in Rockford or Naperville? I don't know. We haven't decided.
We haven't decided where we want to be from.
So the fish was both salt and freshwater. It wasn't just fish. It was all kinds of sea creatures. Okay. It wasn't just fish. It was called Fish and Fisheries. And there was also a lot of, I like how I'm going back between present and past tense and future. So, keep you on your toes.
Stay with us, y'all.
Obviously, it's not present. You know that. As soon as you walk in, there's actually a fishing display, like an exhibit showing you fishing and like fishing equipment.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that was sponsored.
It had to be.
By a brand.
Yeah.
But yeah, so entering in the south to the right, there's an exhibit of the American Net and Twine Company, is what it's called.
Man, but I feel like they're still around. I'm not even joking, but like I think I saw this somewhere. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to fish. My dad used to fish when he died, and I was like a little bit older, and I started going through stuff. He had a lot of fishing gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my mom
got rid of
everything.
Let me tell you what I'm not doing: touching live bait.
Oh no, not live. He had fake bait.
Yeah. But I mean, he at some point I bet you he had live bait because you catch the better stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they be throwing.
He used to fish.
Prawns
he used to
and
golf.
Stuff down there. Yeah, I ain't doing all that. That's country. No, I'm sorry.
I'm not like an outdoorsy person.
I'm not.
I've lived in cities my whole life. I feel like if I was raised in the outdoors, maybe
I respect y'all for that. I respect
somebody hard respect. Yeah. Look, it just can't.
I'm gonna throw out a net. We get. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not doing all that extra stuff, man.
If the society collapses and we have to rely on ourselves for survival, you and I are not making.
Not with fish, at least.
No Wi-Fi.
Look,
I can't.
No Wi-Fi.
How am I gonna Google things? I actually don't know how to do a lot of stuff.
Let me tell you.
I had to. You know how many times I Google stuff a day? Like just asking
questions.
We all
Google stuff.
No, but like infinity times a day.
I think I could survive without it.
I don't think.
Shit. Look, I probably start taking up basketball, some sports or something again.
It's the apocalypse. You're taking up basketball. Society has collapsed.
Shit, that's what we're right like, that's what's going on right now.
Dario's praying back. Look, there's no grocery stores and Dario's shooting hoops.
Eggs $15 a carton. No, it's right now.
Right now.
Gas is $6 almost.
Yeah.
This is the apocalypse.
We're close. Anyway, back to the fair. Sorry, guys.
So this is what we get for jumping back and forth in time.
Yeah, for real. But the live fish display it's a 60-foot rotunda is the main room. There's 10 pools, and each pool has 7,000 to 27,000 gallons of water.
Jeez.
And it's holding hundreds of fish. And that ain't nothing
now.
Well, this is just the main room. There's a bunch of like little corridors, and everything has fish. Like there's not a single turn you could take where there's no fish inside.
Shed aquarium. That's what we had.
Basically.
And this boy tweaking over here.
And all of the fresh water that came for this, it came from Lake Michigan.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And the salt water, probably not.
Drain it back.
They probably just dumped it in Jackson Park.
Flooded.
They flooded the park. The salt water was actually really interesting because what they did is they picked up the salt water somehow. I don't know. Pumped it. And then they condensed it down. Okay.
Yeah.
So that they could, they evaporated a lot of the water, kept a lot of the salt, mostly salt, and then they transported it and then added unsalted water to it to rise back to the level that they needed it. So they almost like transported the minerals and then went back and added the water.
That's kind of smart.
Fascinating.
Well, they were smart as hell doing this.
I'm sure that's how.
Thought of everything.
I'm sure they do it even better now.
Yeah, right. But like back then, like, you know what I mean? Daniel Burnham had them boys working.
Most people had never seen fish outside of eating.
Yeah. And
or if they're fishermen.
Here's the thing. I know somebody out there probably like, that's not.
No, it is. There were no aquariums.
Yeah,
like,
right.
That was not a thing.
That wasn't a thing.
And most people, especially people in the Midwest, like, and the West, like anywhere out. I mean, I don't think New York, I don't know when New York got its aquarium, but like.
Right. Well before us, probably.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, New York been around since 1690 or something. 16-somethings. 16-somethings.
16.
It's what, 16, 15 or something like that?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they had an aquarium.
Yeah, but I mean, they had a lot more time to have an aquarium.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
True.
I think so. Look, people from the suburbs ain't never seen a real aquarium. Today. I don't know. I'm just shooting shots at people today.
Okay, here's the thing. New York got its first official city aquarium December 10th, 1896.
Damn!
See,
when did ours start?
Look at you. Well, this is the first one.
But
when did we get the shed aquarium?
Yeah, right. It wasn't permanent.
I know, but this was the first.
Shed aquarium had to be
the
recent.
shed aquarium was 1930.
Yeah, see, I'm about to say. Yeah. I knew it was recent, like, and I say recent.
60 years after New York. Ooh,
told you.
55 years after, 54.
But we had it here first, though.
We had aquarium first.
First time you saw it? Mm-hmm. Yo, goofy ass. No.
All right, we spent an hour in the aquarium. I probably could spend a whole day in there, but we're going to be quick.
But I got something for you. It's time to eat. It's time to eat.
We just ate. We just had lunch at the Marine Cafe.
Yeah. But I'm not done. I got to wash it down with something. So after we done eating everything, we still eating because I'm on that. And we going to the agricultural building. Now, I want to go to the agricultural building for a few different reasons. Not the main reason, but I saw pictures of the architecture that was there.
Yeah.
Sculptures and the work they had.
Made shit out of corn.
Made stuff out of corn. They made things out of fruits and vegetables and sculptures and things like that. And then the ones that were made out of plastic, gorgeous.
Beautiful. Beautiful
work. And the thing that that's torn down. But you here for the history, right? Today, people. But back in the day, we pulled up. We was like, oh, what's going on? They got a beer exhibit. Mm-hmm. I pulled up because I'm drinking. You know what I'm saying? We out here. We just got off the boat day one. I'm trying to party like it's Margaritaville, even though that wasn't even around then. I pulled up.
I mean, it's like centuries before
before Margaritaville. It's not centuries, but
a single century.
Schlitz.
Slitch.
Yeah, I'm out there with Schlitz, man. Like, look, I'm tasting out the business. Like, I'm doing this. That's good.
Yeah,
that's all right. Then I went to
I can't stand you.
Then I'm going to Anheuser-Busch, and I was like, first thing I did, I was like, how do you even say this name? Anheuser-Busch. That's what I would have done.
That's definitely you in 1893
doing what the hell? And then I would have tasted it. Okay, let's get a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Then I would have been to Christian Moline. Okay. I'd have been like, yeah, nah, this ain't it.
What is that?
I don't know. Exactly.
Oh.
It's what I would have did with it. Then I would have hit Pabst up.
Oh, that's your boy.
Then I would have been like, yo, what's this Pabst with
give it a blue ribbon.
Yeah, it should win the prize. And the prize is a blue ribbon.
Yeah.
And then Pabst Blue Ribbon is born. Okay? But then, you know, after drinking all that beer, you got to put something in your stomach after even though you just had fish. Fish ain't going to hold you with all that beer you just been drinking. So you had to eat some food. And look, we need some snacks to soak it up. This is a place called American Biscuit Company.
Oh.
Yeah, baby. Hey, let's go. Let's go to American Biscuit Company.
Okay, what are they serving?
Biscuits. But they like shaped little. They like Biscoff type of thing. Yeah, that's what they like. And you eat oh my God, this is slapping.
All Dario's eating is...
This is hidden. And then, you know, fast forward later, you read the newspaper after all this done. You're like, oh, they changed their name. Baby, they changed their name to Nabisco. 6 years later, 5 years later, they changed their name to Nabisco. Remember that place? We was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nabisco,
this is definitely
y'all.
a conversation we would have had.
Yeah, definitely would have did that. But now we cool. It's getting late. I mean, it's getting late now. The lights,
Well, I need you to hold up because we still have to go to the horticultural building.
Oh yeah. Well, wait a minute, because this is what we would have done in real life. I would have been like, baby, why would we go to the horticultural building all the way across the way? We gonna walk right past the mines and mineral building, mines and mining building.
It wasn't even on my list.
It's on mine. See, this is real life, man. Come on, let's go up in here, and they got the electrical building. We got to go up in there. I got to see what's up. So we pull up to the mines and mining building. Sarah is reluctant. She was like, dude, I don't care about none of this stuff.
Yeah, I call him dude all the time.
It's rocks in here, is what she's thinking. And I'm like, no.
And I see, oh my God, they have diamonds.
Oh, they got diamonds and topaz? You don't know what that is. You don't know what
I've
topaz
never
is.
seen a topaz.
You don't know crystals and all this stuff. Ores.
What?
Ores. ORES. And see, we got big backs. We just came from the National Biscuit Company. They had this thing that had, it was like a crack on one side and cream in the middle. It was called an Oreo. So I saw ores. I was like, oh shit, let's go there. Oh, ores are a type of rock.
Yeah,
okay, that's what I would have done. Yeah, I'm highly disappointed. But then they had all the things. Colorado had the thing because, like, keep in mind, this is reason why they,
like we said, different states and different countries were represented in each building.
And so we're looking at this building being the first building. We know that it's the first building built for the World's Fair, so we got to check that out. And so as we look here, we're seeing South Dakota with their extravagant. They had probably the best one, according to the diaries and entries that we've been reading. Them in Colorado were going crazy. Yeah. And so I spend a lot of time, Sarah trying to pull me away. We walk back outside because now right across from the mines and mining building is the electricity building. And this is where it's just bright, shiny, right? All that stuff is going crazy. It's looking good in there, like lights and stuff. And you're like, oh, I know you can light this stuff up. What's really cool is that they had these two fountains that cost $700 a night to run. And me and Sarah, because it's probably like 4 o'clock right now, sun ain't going down. Yeah. I'm telling Sarah, we coming back. Okay, that's what I'm telling Sarah. We come back because I got to see that light show. But here also, I'm like, yo, look, they got this machine here. Y'all, this is a souvenir coin-making machine.
I love a good souvenir.
And this is the first time that anybody has seen this that presses and flattens and elongates a coin machine. I don't know if y'all catching on to how we telling this story. I'm telling you things that debuted here.
Yeah, they get it.
Okay, you get it?
Yeah. It's like explaining a joke.
It's not funny I just want to make sure somebody out there, oh my God, he's never seen it. Shut up. It's 1893. You ain't never seen it either. Matter of fact, you ain't even in here. Look at me. I'm getting actually mad. So we're sitting there and it take 1 minute to make this thing. I'm a little impatient, but I saw this. I was like, oh, I got to get one.
Your stomach is bubbling because all you did was drink beer and eat cookies.
Eat American Biscuit Company's cookies and stuff like that and get pump figured ores. And it was 6 of these, 5 or 6 of these around the grounds. But this is the first time we saw it for some reason because we weren't paying attention. But the first coin pressing machine is there. So now I'm like, all right, this is cool. Let's go ahead and hit this. I'm getting sleepy now. Let's go ahead and hit this horticulture builder because it's massive.
You're rubbing the top of your head.
Yeah, I'm scratching the top of my head. Let's go, baby. What's up?
Well, this one I'm really excited about because it was insane. Massive. If you have an idea of where it is, if you're in Jackson Park and you're on the south end of the Museum of Science and Industry on Wooded Island, this would be to your left.
West.
To your left.
Yeah. I have to make sure people know west.
West of MSI, southwest of MSI. And it kind of is south of where the current Obama Presidential Center sits, right? Giant building, huge dome. And not only is it the building, but as we're walking around the fair, you're actually already seeing parts of the horticultural exhibit because every single plant that was planted around the grounds was done by the horticultural committee, right? So all of the, there was 1 million tulips. There was all of it was done by them. But this, the thing I'm excited about the most is the lemon and orange grove.
I knew it.
How did you know?
I mean, Sarah,
I love lemons.
Sarah loves lemons, y'all.
I love lemons. I love the smell. I love the taste. I love the shape. I was
at Wayfair with Soul and Smoke this past week. I forgot I did that. I was with them. But they had this thing there where it was a bunch of lemons, and I was like, "Oh, Sarah would love this." Yeah, so
I love that.
yeah.
And then there's the German wine cellar.
Oh, I'm good. I'm turning up.
Oh yeah, and not only that, but it has a panoramic view of the historic Rhine with the vine. Like you can see all the vines of.
Yeah.
Can you believe?
Yeah,
like,
I could.
see, like people have probably like where would you have seen
I'd have been like,
grapevines?
bro, how did? Because we didn't hear it through the grapevine.
That was so bad. That was horrible.
we didn't hear it through
You're
the grapevine.
on timeout for 5 minutes. Stop talking.
I'm just saying. But I had the post up there. I was like, man, they flew this stuff in. Man, bro, I was just talking. Like, obviously, there was no planes back then. They boated this stuff in or train.
Did someone comment on it?
Somebody was like, bro, planes didn't come out. Y'all get on my nerves with this, man.
But you
Come
do
on.
that too.
No,
you're definitely an actually person.
No. I'm an actually person when somebody actually believes what they saying. Me, I admit, I was just talking. I was in the mode of it.
Right. Like you just say flew in, like you obviously mean
right.
They boated
or trained in.
You're not gonna say boated it in.
And y'all see the energy that your boy be having during these videos. I'll be hyped up for this stuff. Like I'm hyped up right now.
I'm also excited for the French fruit trees. Like a lot of French representation.
A lot of fig out
there.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
There's an orchid display, but the orchids only last through July. So after July, there's no more orchids.
Dang, so we at the tail end of this.
Yeah, we're at the tail end because they're not going to live there for too long. It was, the greenhouse is going to be replaced with something else inside of it. And then we're looking at, we're looking across to Wooded Island, but we're going to have to make our way over there because that's really cool.
Yeah.
If we enter at the north door and pass through the long aisles of the commercial exhibits, we get to see all of the state and foreign countries' contributions to the horticultural exhibit. So you get to see every single country bring in, what they brought in from their country. That's like probably a plant that you've never seen before, which is really
that it probably smelled good in there.
Yeah.
You was probably honestly we had to do this. I mean,
it's kind of like going to the conservatory.
Botanical garden conservatory. Yeah, you had to do that last because you're gonna be hot, sweaty, and stinky.
I actually have one more.
You got one more?
Sorry.
No.
It's the women's building. We have to. Stop
Let's pull up.
Okay, my last one is the women's building. Before we head to dinner, this on the first floor there was a model hospital, a model kindergarten, and the south end of that floor was dedicated to all of the charitable work that the women were doing that in the city, and the opposite of the charities was the library, which housed women authors. It was every single famous woman that you could think of. Her book was in that library.
Still no statues.
Yeah, well,
a shame.
There were records. There were, the Bureau of Information was in there. On the second floor was the parlors, the committee rooms, all of the dressing rooms, the speaker rooms, the stages, all of that stuff, because they held a lot of exhibits.
Yeah.
And women came and spoke about the importance and relevance of women, not only to the fair, but in general.
Okay.
And there was a balcony that you could stand on the second floor and look over the first floor where you can see all those like little models and stuff like that. And on July 4th, there is going to be a national flower contest that starts that day. So that's what I really wanted to see, the national flower contest.
Now, how far do we have to walk from the horticultural building? Not far,
to the women's building?
Yeah.
Not too far.
Not too far.
I mean, if you want, we could take a buggy.
Okay. We got buggy money?
Maybe. It's 5 cents.
Because this point, we didn't do.
Yeah, but we haven't spent a lot of money.
We haven't spent money a lot.
I mean, lunch is only about 25 cents a person, and dinner is 35 to 60 cents a person. So we're gonna end the night with dinner before we head over to the Electric Building to watch the light show.
Because here's the thing.
And cap day one.
Because that's going to cap day one. So we did that.
And then we're going to go to the casino, spend the rest of the money, and get drunk.
Yeah. So we'll be right back. It's going to be
day two.
Day two. Man, the Plaisance. Let's go.
The Plaisance is expensive.
It is, but it's lit, y'all.
If you want to do every single thing in the Plaisance, it's $13.05.
Ooh,
that's a lot of money.
That's half.
We can't do all of it.
Shit.
And the Plaisance alone needs like 2 weeks to explore. Because it's giant. They said you can't even explore it in like a week. It's so big.
And that's crazy because
There's some free things. You know what's funny? As soon as you walk in, there's a model of a working home, and that's a free exhibit. Someone bought that. Someone bought the home and lived in it. Can you believe?
Wait, where they took it or
yeah, they moved it.
Do we know who this person is? Or
yes,
their family?
we know. Yeah, I know who this person
Where?
is. I wanted to verify. I didn't get a chance to verify if this person, where they were from, and if the house still exists. But I'm gonna try and find it, and if I can find it, I will add it because
we got the fly there.
That person that bought it is the restaurant owner of the Big Tree restaurant that we went to for dinner the first night.
Really?
Yeah, he owns Big Tree.
Yeah, it's a money tree. That's what that was.
Money.
That was a money tree. Okay.
A bunch of cool exhibits. The International Dress and Costume exhibit, where there was 40 to 50 living representatives from different countries and nationalities. They also they said the countries, nationalities, races, and kinds. I was like,
so they're separating a lot of things.
Yeah. That one is 25 cents a person to get in. Okay. The Japanese Bazaar and the Village, there's a theater in there. You can watch shows. There are a bunch of theaters.
I had to go to that one. I would have had to be there.
It's 50 cents to get into the Village. The Bazaar is free because you get to shop.
Yeah.
The Persian Palace, also a museum and a theater. It's 50 cents to get into the theater. And you get to see all these shows. You get to see theater from around the world. Yeah. You get to see different kinds of. Some of it was live theater. Some of it was puppetry. Some of it was included animals. Very unique kinds of things. There was music up and down the plaisance.
Yeah.
And there was famous musicians that came and played. Even though they weren't like hired to play, they would just bring their instruments and start playing.
Yeah.
Think of it as like
Bucket Boys.
A street festival.
Yeah.
Like a giant street festival. Yeah. Of like vendors, and that was the vibe of the plaisance. It was like vendors, musicians.
Noise. It was a lot of noise.
A lot of noise.
A lot of noise going on. And man, look, it probably was like shoulder to shoulder, elbow.
Yeah, it was packed.
Here's the thing. It's the Midway Plaisance. Y'all know what's there. The Ferris wheel. Yeah. We pull up, and they had this huge circle in the sky. I mean, massive. And it had school buses hanging from it. I don't know if they were school buses, but to me, they look like school buses.
Yeah, no one has ever seen it. The school buses do not exist at this point.
They look like something. So I read the spec sheet on this thing because I was like, bro, what is this?
Yeah.
They called it a Ferris wheel, okay? 4,300 tons, 264 feet in diameter, 33-foot axle, which, fun fact, at the time, it was the largest piece of steel ever forged.
That's crazy.
The axle was the largest piece of steel ever forged. Okay? It's supported by two towers that were 137 feet high.
Wow.
It had 38 buses. They weren't school buses, but they were buses. 38 buses, and they held 60 people each. Let me tell you something.
That shits on today's Ferris wheels.
Absolutely. I mean, 38 buses, 60 people per.
Would I want to be in
Absolutely not. I would have been like, give me one for one. Give me one that's by myself.
And I bet you it was like swinging in the air.
Swinging. You just up there looking goofy.
And you rode 2 rounds.
You got right
2 spins
for 50 cents. Now it's not bad. That's not bad.
It is the same as the ticket to get into the fair.
Because here's the thing: what if you didn't like it? What if I got on there and I was scared? And I done already paid you my 50 cents for one ride. They'd be like, "Hey, bro,
it's gone. Hey, Big boss man got it."
You might go see the ticket person, see if they give you a refund. Because I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just the operator.
I'll just be here. Like, that's what I would have been on. If I was the operators at one of these things, hey, man, look, I don't even know what to tell you, bro. Which station you get off at? They would have told me. I'd have been like, I don't even know why I asked that question because that don't matter. I don't even know what to tell you.
It's funny.
Yeah, here's something else that after we done seeing that, now we feedback on the ground. Y'all, this is President Dario talking. I have never seen this talked about about the World's Fair. There was a panorama of the greatest volcano in the world at the time. Okay. It was the volcano of Kailua. Okay, Kilauea is the name. Okay, and it was considered the greatest volcano in the world. Absolutely massive. It was a sculpture made by a Chicago artist, Miss Ellen Rankin Kopp. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna just tell you the admission was 50 cents to get in. Okay, the admission was 50 cents to get in. This how large the sculpture was, y'all. This is mind blowing. 22,248 square feet. What? So you mean to tell me this history? Yes. The Ferris wheel would have stole the show, but nobody has said
the volcano
that was there. Nah, man, I would have been like, bruh, stop it.
That's
what is
wild.
this? Because for one, I'm 42 almost right now. I still ain't seen a volcano in real life.
I hope I never.
Right.
My
family done been up in a volcano. They walked around it.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Crazy. Bob from Wisconsin. He's got them doing anything. Anyway,
Bob is Dario's brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law. Yeah, redhead brother-in-law. Just so y'all know where I'm coming from. Just got them kids doing anything, and my sister. But I'd have been like, bro, what is this? And like, massive, y'all. Massive. And then you got anything else you trying to do? Because I got one. I got one more. I'm leaving.
I have a few more.
Okay.
We're gonna see the miniature Eiffel Tower.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we got to see that.
The streets in Cairo. After 11 a.m., entry to those is free. We're gonna have lunch at the Vienna Cafe. Hopefully, there's a hot dog. At the Vienna Cafe.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Go ahead. Keep going.
We're also going to we're going to go into something called the captive balloon.
Oh, no.
And the captive balloon is $2
to
go on it. And it raises you up in the air 1,500 feet.
Nope. Y'all tripping. Because what I'm supposed to do? What I'm supposed to do? Get on a circular death machine and then you gonna put my ass in a balloon?
Here's the thing.
No,
people were drinking Coke for fun, so like you probably had way more
hyped up. You
were
nah,
probably
man.
Excited. You probably had just
they weren't regulating that.
Drank a Coca-Cola and that had like
just
you're up in there.
I could do it. Go ahead and put me in a balloon. No, man. How was they explaining that?
What do you mean? And they said
what you mean? What
the guidebook said you can go make your payment while they blow up the balloon.
No,
sorry?
No. Hell no. No.
This is not a hot air balloon.
It's a person.
It's a balloon. That's correct. Stop doing that. That's probably annoying as hell. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. A person blowing the balloon.
For $2.
Diabolical.
Tripping, man.
1,500 feet. I wonder how many people died.
No, don't do that. What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Was it tethered?
Of course.
Wait.
No, you have to go in there and then they poke it.
Whole bunch of your shit just all over the fairgrounds. You just see a bunch of loose balloons just flopping around.
People and them just flopping on the ground.
Oh my God. This is crazy. What?
There's the Lapland village that had reindeers, a circus ring, and whatever a hair worker is.
That's where the black people's at. But no, I'm just joking.
Oh, we're gonna get some cider at the French cider press.
Hey, I'm done. I'm going home. After that,
there's a St. Peter's Basilica model.
Now, that would have been fire.
Yeah,
I saw that.
An ice railway. Okay,
that would have been cool. I would have loved to see that.
And I'm gonna mispronounce this, but Haggensback's Animal Show. And the ticket is anywhere from 25 cents to $1. Depends on where you'd like to sit.
Depending on which animal they get.
And then throughout the day, you can get camp chairs for 10 cents a day. But we would have to pay a 25 cents deposit, and we would get the deposit back after we return the chair because
that's a good deal.
People are thieves.
A day?
Yeah.
Okay, so a day, so you
could sit while you're waiting.
Could you imagine going to the wooded island and just sitting posted up?
Yeah.
Because you got to take the boat to get there. They probably had a bridge, to walk over there.
Yeah,
actually.
Definitely had a bridge.
Now, here's the thing. Was that what you done? Here's the last thing we're doing, y'all. Because you probably like, what else? What else? Say it. We pulled up. Sarah was like, let's go to the Vienna Cafe thing. And so, when we was at the Vienna Cafe, they was like, you know what? You got to stop over by the Austrian village. Mm-hmm. You got to stop by the Austrian village. They doing big things over there. Pause. And they got they got these things that you need to try. You're gonna like it.
Mm.
We pull up. It's 25 cents to go to the museum. So we pull up to the museum. They got this food stand there, and they got these sausages inside of this bread. Okay. And the reason why I know this is because Sarah and I went to Vienna, Austria, and this is what they did. I had 2 of them bad boys. Not gonna lie. So I can only imagine.
But they're not like a hot dog bun. It's like
it's like a loaf of bread.
It's like a baguette
that they
with
just
a
chop the
hole
top.
in the top.
Yeah, and they scoop the hole out.
Yeah.
So they doing that. We looking at this, and then we said, "Yo, what is this?" He go, "Oh, this is just a Vienna beef hot dog." And you was like, "A what dog?"
A Vienna beef.
A Vienna beef hot dog, and you like, "Oh, it's kind of lit. It's kind of good." And then, long story short, Chicago got Vienna beef hot dogs. Yeah. That's where I'm going with that. If you didn't get that,
you know, there's a lot of
stuff there.
A lot of stuff, obviously.
I'm tired, and so I was like, "Look, we after that."
That's it. We can't pay for another hotel day.
They called them a glizzy.
No one calls them glizzy. You're ridiculous.
And I was like, no. Oh, we gotta go.
Sorry, was tired in real life.
No, here's the thing. Yeah, actually. But back to the Vienna beef real quick, right? When we went to Vienna, Austria, in real life, the first thing I knew we had to do was get like the sausage, right? They wouldn't call them hot dogs. They would call sausage. My goodness, y'all. I promise you.
You had 2.
I had 2.
It was like 1 in the morning.
At least 1 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, when I tell you, this might have been, I put it to you like this.
Mm-hmm.
The actual sausage and links from Vienna,
delicious.
They need to come over here.
What's funny is the guy was from New York.
He was from New York. But he was like, bro, this is a cash cow. The thing was open at like 1 in the morning.
Yeah. But it was like people were out.
Yes.
The bars were open till 4.
Yes. Man.
We were at this is irrelevant to the story that we're telling today.
Yeah.
But one of the bars that we were at is like, it's called the Down Under. It was an Australia themed bar.
It's wild. And
the bartender was Mexican. I was like, we literally found the only Mexican in Vienna.
Yeah.
And
he was like, I found only black.
Yeah.
I'd have been good point. Touche.
It was an Arab, a Mexican, and a black person in a bar.
We all
walk into an Australian bar.
Yeah. One dude got arrested, or not got arrested, but he was doing coke.
Someone offered Dario coke.
Coke, yeah, it was crazy. Not coke like the.
Yep. They know.
You know. The book of sugar. Blow.
Anyway, there was a lot of buildings that we did not visit here.
Yeah.
Okay. There was a lot of the states had their own buildings. A lot of the countries countries didn't really have their own. They did. They had their own villages and buildings, but the states had their own buildings.
I'd have put up to Rhode Island, just be like, who here? Who here?
Right now, you don't even have that big.
Man, look, what's going
Wyoming.
on? What y'all doing over there?
There's some states that didn't show up.
Yeah.
They didn't Alabama did not participate.
Yeah, they were still beefing over there.
Yeah.
North-South stuff.
They said they were not coming.
We ain't going there. Indiana.
But Indiana did have it.
Yeah, I know. They was there.
Yeah, the Illinois building was actually a really cool one.
Really?
It was next to the administration building.
Of course it was.
And it kind of looked like a Capitol building, like a Capitol.
That was then you burned them trying to.
It was
plot.
really cool. Yeah. He said, "Give me. I want to do it."
Actually, y'all, I'm not even joking about that.
Yeah, no, for real. He was trying. I mean, it was his he was applying for the job.
Yeah, he was. Anyway,
but I wish I could spend 55 more days at the World's Columbian Exposition.
That's all right.
Next week we're still there, but it's now Dario that's there.
It hit me late. It's Dario. That's Sarah with me, y'all.
No, I am.
We pulling up with Ida B.
Yeah.
Shit. Her and Jane Addams. What's up?
Yeah, for real.
You know?
It's gonna be an interesting one.
That's gonna be. But I'm very happy because we're gonna, we say next week as long as we can get Bernard on board, But the goal is to have Bernard Turner because he's been on the podcast twice. This will be his 3rd time on the podcast. And
he's a teacher and a historian that specifically. I mean, not only Ida B. Wells is like his area of expertise, but just Bronzeville in general.
He's got Bronzeville Day. IWB Wells Day coming up on June 27th. Yeah. So, and I'm sure his insight to her plus what we find when we do our thing, it's going to be nice. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one.
Live regulating, talking about this. We might have to push that one back just a day, just because to line up with Bernard, just to get him. See. Yeah, we'll see. We got time. We ain't nobody rushing this. We got a lot more to talk about with the World's Fair. A lot more to talk about, y'all. Much. There's so much stuff that we know of that we haven't talked about. You know what I'm saying? Plus, we got we hope to have a fun little present day thing for you. So
and if you're listening to this and you're like, man, I'd love to learn about like the music, I'd love to learn about the art, I want to know specifically about this one topic, shoot us a DM, send us an email, add a comment if you're listening to an app that allows you to comment. I think it's just Spotify at the moment, but let us know what are the things that you are interested in to learn about that.
Might pull up
about the World's Fair, and we're happy to incorporate it because we're doing our best to kind of like tell the story. But there's so much. We're actually also planning a visit to MSI, and going through their archives and
see what they got.
Seeing. So there's so much to tell, and it's hard to tell the entire story.
It's hard.
So we're going to take our time and do our best. But if there's anything specific, let us know. But that's all we have for you today. Remember to subscribe to the Substack so you can get those show notes, or visit our website, 77flavors.org. And we'll see you next week. Peace. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and we hope you loved it.
And if you could, please follow us on social media at 77 Flavors Shy on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter.
If you have any ideas or deep dives that you'd love us to do, please contact us at media@77flavorsshy. That's the number 77 flavors and shy for Chicago.com.
If you like visuals, please subscribe and follow and watch us on our YouTube channel at the same thing, 77 Flavors Shy, or search 77 Flavors of Chicago.
If you would like to support us monetarily, go ahead and click that Buzzsprout link in the description of this episode.
And as always, we gonna see you next week. Peace.